So I want to become a licensed pilot in 60 days from today. I'm currently living in the beautiful island of Cyprus. It's the perfect weather here to do some VFR flying, to get some flight hours in quickly and get ready for the practical exam. Currently I'm in the process to get my PPL, my private pilot license for airplanes. I finished my theory about 1.5 months ago for the theory exams, and now I'm ready to get into the plane and start with the flying lessons. Last week I actually had my very first flying lesson in a Technam. Although the entire workload was really overwhelming for a new student, it was still a great experience, and I feel like I already made a little bit of progress. Currently for me, one of the most difficult things is to properly listen and speak to ATC, to the air traffic control tower, because it's really difficult sometimes to understand the frequency, and it's like your own language that you have to learn. So what is my plan for the PPL? In order to be allowed to do the so-called check ride, it's basically the practical exam you do, it's your final exam. So to be allowed to do this, you need to have officially at least 45 hours of flight time. And 45 hours, it's only the legal minimum that you actually need for this check ride. Most of the students I was talking to, they needed about 50 to 55 hours in order to be actually ready so that it makes sense to do it. So obviously you should be prepared, right? So for me, I'm also planning with about 50 to 55 hours, and my goal, as I said, is to finish this in 60 days. If I'm able to do it, I will be finished in the middle of summer and I can have a great time enjoying the plane in summer, because I want to do a Europe trip throughout entire Europe in a plane, maybe with some passengers, and fly around the countries. So the next weeks there will be quite a busy time. I need to do a lot of flying, and a lot of time will be spent at the airport, and also we need to do a lot of preparation. So as I said, tomorrow I have my next flying lesson, which is for terms. So let me show you how I'm gonna be studying here. And then we go here and we have a lot of theory. This is all some stuff I need to do some rehearsal on in order to be prepared for tomorrow. And also really soon, at some point, we will do stalls and even spins. So we have here at 11 the incipient spin, full spins, which can be really dangerous, and you need to recover from these spins. So this is going to be something I will be a little bit scared of, but I have a good instructor, so I should be fine. So now we have the next day. Today our flight is in about 1 hour from now, and the weather is looking just perfect for a VFR flight. So I will do a quick last preparation for today's flight, which is in about 1 hour from now. I will check if the weather is fine in the next couple of hours, if there is any NOTAMs, any important notices within the airspace that we are flying in, and have a look at the lesson for today's flight, a final time to get ready. So now I'm back in the office to have a final look at the weather. We can see here the Larnaca airport. We have about 10 knots of wind right now, which is pretty calm. And also what is important for us, the VFR flying. So we have, okay, here it says 16 knots, visibility 10 kilometers, QNH, the pressure, and all of this is fine for us because we need these visual flight rules. Oops, it's 1.6 again.
Yes, and
2002, Juliet Foxtrot.
then thank God the landings were smooth.
Right, yes. So I just finished my lesson for today. It was really exciting, but it's still incredibly difficult to manage everything at once, to manage all the workload that you get at once. And especially when you learn new maneuvers, it's getting really difficult to manage all the different things at one time. So there's a lot of stuff going on and it just makes it difficult, but it's a challenge. I kind of compare it a little bit to when I first got my car driver's license. It's a similar kind of overwhelming that you get, although of course in a plane you have so many different things, but for me it was a little bit similar to when you get in a car and then the teacher will tell you, hey, do this, don't lose height, do this. So yeah, but we are making progress. Also with speaking to ATC, getting the clearances and making the communications. It's still very difficult, but step by step we're making some progress. So that's good. So I just noticed that before in the car I was filming everything in 24 FPS. So I hope it doesn't look too weird in the editing, but we should be fine. Anyway, I got my favorite sandwich here in all of Cyprus and I'm ready to call it a day, finish everything, get some rest and be prepared for tomorrow. But yeah, it was a good time and yeah, I think with that we finish this video. Peace out.